Well, here we are. Evidently, for a while, we'll be here. I don't know what the hell's going on anymore. It's Sean Ross Sapp. I'm here for Triller Fight Club watch along. So I'm going to be reacting to this main event: Jake Paul, Ben Askren. There have been 3 fights. The first one was a fight that shouldn't have happened. The second one was Frank Mir. Oh boy. The third one, we watched a guy get stretchered out. Stretchered out with a punch that missed. Along the way, along this Triller journey that we've been on. By the way, Triller has been awesome to work with from a media perspective. I mean, incredible. Nothing short of fantastic to work with from that perspective. And I enjoy that. But along the way, we have seen Ric Flair call a slap fight and then trash the people that are doing it because he thought that he could do better. We saw Steve Urkel. I think he smoked weed with Snoop Dogg at one point. Pete Davidson asked Diplo, the music artist, he asked Diplo if he would follow his mom on Instagram. Then after he asked Diplo if he'd follow his mom on Instagram, he also asked Diplo if Diplo would fuck his mom. Sure, cool. I like Pete Davidson. He's hilarious. Not as hilarious in his everyday life as he was backstage with Jake Paul in this painfully awkward situation. And I find Pete Davidson very funny. But this interaction with Jake Paul and Jack Harlow and Pete Davidson backstage. Holy crap. Yes, by the way, guys, you can send a super chat. Get your question or statement read on the air if you send a super chat. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. So they start guessing. They start guessing Jake Paul's favorite color. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. It was hilarious. I got to show you guys the scene here. Hold on, let me pull it up. I don't think I'll get copyright flagged for a picture. Check this out. So here we are. And Jack Harlow is like, let me guess your favorite color. Obviously, let's look around. And Jake Paul's like serious at this point. He's like, yeah, let's do it. And Jack goes, bet it's the same as Pete Davidson's. And he's like, I don't know. And then Pete Davidson goes, the color of money? And Jake's like, no. And in the middle of all this, Jake Paul just goes, it's blue. This stuff. What the hell was this? Right now, as I'm looking, I'm watching Justin Bieber perform. I've seen Saweetie and Doja Cat, E40, Too Short, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, the Black Keys. I have seen everybody. I saw a guy get stretchered out with a punch that did not land. As Rob Reed says, let's see, Tony Khan right now, we should have done a stretcher job. Those Anthony Agogo haters are really eating it. It's blue. It's blue. PM Punk says, love it. This event is FTF epitomized. I get the idea and the premise of this. I do think it would play better outside the pandemic, but I think that Triller is a business model that will probably work without all the music. I think they could have done half as many music performances and made a bunch of money. But I think they'll probably operate at cost if they're lucky. Now, that being said, this isn't like a traditional UFC boxing type of thing. That's not what they're going after. They want people to get together, party, order this, throw it up on the big screen, hook it up to the speakers, dance to the music, watch fights every now and then, be entertained by Snoop Dogg, be entertained by Pete Davidson, and the color blue, apparently. Damn. I don't even know what channel the UFC show's on that I haven't watched a minute of. Haven't watched a minute of it, but I'm going to tune in for Bobby Knuckles taking on Gastelum. Nick says, this feels like just like watching TikTok for too long. Oh, boy. You got to have the stamina to go. Got to have the stamina when you're watching Triller Fight Club. And let me tell you, my friends, if you want to have that stamina, check out our friends at BlueChew.com. Nothing exemplifies this Triller show quite like an erect penis. And BlueChew.com and the code FIGHTFUL will get you there. And it'll get you there cheaper and faster. How? How, you ask? Because they cut out the middleman. It's an online prescription service. No visits to the doctor's office. Awkward conversations like the one you're having now, or the one that Pete Davidson had with Jake Paul backstage. No waiting in line at the pharmacy. It's shipped straight to your door in a discreet package. The tablets are made in the USA. They prepare and ship direct, so it's cheaper than a pharmacy. Their licensed medical providers work with you to get the right ingredient and strength for your prescription. If you don't like swallowing pills, no problem here. It's a chewable. The process is very simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with their licensed medical providers. Once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription in days. Best part, it's all done online. And here's the thing. After watching this show, there's no way you're going to have a lack of erections. You're just erect in general. But maybe it's that confidence. Maybe it's that performance that you want to ensure, because it's not just with people, for people with a problem. It's for that confidence. And you can be confident in knowing it's not going to break the bank. BlueChew.com, code FIGHTFUL. You get that first shipment free. First shipment free. All you got to do is pay $5 shipping. BlueChew.com, code FIGHTFUL. What's your favorite color? Blue Chew. Well, here we go. I had this watch along scheduled for 11:30, maybe 11:45 or so. But it is now 12:28. I have moved this back repeatedly. I was like, you know what? I'll do it when the walkouts start. Then I was like, nah, I'm not even going to do it when the walkouts start. Is it finally time? I don't even hear. My audio can't be that jacked up. But anyway, Ben Askren, Jake Paul. People ask, who do I think is going to win? I don't know. Is anybody else that's watching, is their audio completely out? Or am I just dumb? Have I muted something along the way? Volume up? No, I don't mean on me. I mean on Triller. There it comes. There it's back. Singing the national anthem. All right, there we go. There we go. Thank you all. You all thought I meant me. No, I hear myself just fine. Here we are. Triller Fight Club. Can you believe it? Jesus. Hey, guys, please leave a thumbs up on this video. I would really appreciate it. I try to get to 100 every single time. Subscribe. If you like more combat MMA content, we have youtube.com/FightfulMMA. And tomorrow being, well, today, Sunday at noon, I'm going to drop that Chelsea Green interview, over an hour of just WWE talk. It is up on FightfulSelect.com right now. If you want a weekly MMA show from Fightful, well, we got one every Friday over on FightfulSelect.com. It's the best way to support us and to really support what we do. It's been a long week and a half, but you know what? There is no more appropriate way to close out the last 11 days of working wake to sleep nights than watching whatever I just saw tonight. I saw Steve Urkel pop up with Snoop Dogg, and I think he smoked weed. Too Short went out there and demanded that people wiggle their asses. The Snoop Dogg sold NFTs. Like, I don't know what the hell I'm watching, but I know everybody's freaking watching it. Jesus Christ. It was like this with the Tyson fight too, but I mean, that was a little bit different. Tyson, I've always wanted to cover a Mike Tyson fight. Didn't think I'd ever get the chance to. I never really woke up one day or laid in my bed and said, God damn it, you know what? I want to cover a Jake Paul fight. God damn it, you know what? I want to cover a Ben Askren fight even when he fought MMA. I didn't necessarily, I feel like I needed to cover that. We do have an honest-to-God fight on another screen to my left. Probably the funniest thing I saw tonight was in the middle of a round of actual fighting, actual boxing. It really set the tone for the show. They cut the camera and went to Pete Davidson just walking to the booth. Just Pete Davidson coming over to greet people at the booth. It was the weirdest thing. Rob Wilkins in the super chat says this is one of the strangest things I've ever watched. And I've watched both Talk and Chop Manias. Their audio is awful and it is out. I think it's been all right through most of the night, but I haven't really been paying attention. I've been doing those Chelsea Green articles. Demon Diva says, I got a free link to watch this event. I want a refund. You're never getting that time back, Demon Diva. Never, ever. John Loper says, this feels like an acid trip of a pay-per-view. It sure does, but I appreciate you guys sending super chats and making it worth it. Making it worth it. Joe Bett says, this may be the worst. I'm not sure. This is the worst garbage I've ever watched. Took him three tries there to get that one. But yeah, this Triller's got an interesting plan in that regard, in that, you know, they're going to put on freak show fights. They're going to put on people that you know, for better or for worse. They're going to put people out there that have a big name and that people will just watch fight out of morbid curiosity. And they will supplement that with other celebrities, like we saw with Raycon earlier today, who I didn't know, but he's got 1.5 million Twitter followers, so millions of people know him. They're going to have Frank Mir, people like that, who real fight fans might know, might have a little bit of emotional investment in, and they're going to have the type of fight that they just had, which wasn't good, but had two actual legit boxers that were good. Well, one fella isn't ever going to be considered good again. Well, he'll never live this down. He'll never live down the selling that went through there. Trying to pull up. By the way, guys, I have to pop some eye drops in. Damn. These lights kill me since the LASIK. I don't even know what the UFC card's on. I'm so detached from covering UFC now that I don't even know what it's on. I don't know if it's on ESPN Plus. I don't know if it's on ESPN. Damn it. Not good with these eye drops, fellas. Not good with it. I assume you're all fellas. See, I got that shit all over my face. It's on ESPN. All right, I'll pull it up. And I'll do like a double. Like a double stream here. Because it looks like we are finally getting the walkouts. There's Ben Askren. Holy shit. This fight's actually going to happen. What the hell are we thinking of? Our friend Kate Hensler says, Hensler. I got that right. Hensler. Thought I mixed the S in the N. I got it right. Kate Hensler. The wonderful Kate Hensler says, Nasty Boys graphic is better than the Triller card. I had this made. I love it. It kind of hurt my heart a little bit to not use it for the Chelsea Green interview. But I mean, when like Chelsea Green just like exudes the beach. So I had to use like the beach colors for her. You know what I mean? Because every time she posts a damn picture, she's at the beach or the pool or something. John Loper says Sean's getting a contact high from the event. That would be good if I got a contact high from the event. That would be the best thing that happened on this show so far. Antoine Watt says that Justin Bieber performance was fired. Let's go, Jake Paul. I didn't hear a lot of it, honestly. I really didn't. Oh, man. Got all these lights in my face. Yeah, I got better lighting here than they do at Triller. And, they're going head-to-head. We got the number one middleweight in the world in the UFC on one screen to my left. And we got a YouTube guy and a retired MMA fighter to my right. And everybody's watching the retired fighter that maybe got hit twice in his MMA career take on the YouTube star. Wild. This is the world we live in, man. In a pandemic or post-pandemic world, you take what you can get, right? You take that entertainment any way you can get it. Reminder, guys, if this is your first time here, we usually do watch-alongs for the main events of pay-per-view show, or not pay-per-view shows, of big fight cards, whether they be boxing, ESPN shows. Obviously, this Jake Paul, Ben Askren thing. This robot out here. All right, cool. This kind of took precedent because I knew that more people would want to watch it. I don't understand the robot. I don't get it. Somebody's going to have to explain to me the robot. Is it real? Is it CGI? Is it a person in an outfit? What's going on here? I don't understand it. Somebody needs to explain it to me. That way I'm not going like, no, it's the kids that are wrong. Both fighters are in the cage now. Jake Paul, 24 years old. Ben Askren, 36. Jake Paul, 6 feet tall. Ben Askren, 5'10". Both weigh 191. Jake Paul has a 76-inch reach. Ben Askren has a 74-inch reach. I should note Jake Paul came in a half a pound heavier than Ben Askren, so he's 191.5. Robert Whittaker just landed a nice lead left-hand hook over on the UFC fight. But yeah, we do a lot of MMA coverage over here. Our MMA coverage at FightfulMMA.com is different from a lot of sites. If you don't want to sit there and refresh all day, we do social media roundups, fight announcement roundups, and then news roundups. And then we also cover individual bigger stories. So give it a shot. FightfulMMA.com. We got a lot of stuff. We got betting stuff up there as well, if need be. If that's up your alley, we're probably going to do some more of that. We got Michael Buffer out here. But Shaquille Majuri is over at youtube.com/FightfulMMA, often doing some crossover content, some stuff that even if you don't like MMA, you'll probably like this. Joshua Baker says, you see AEW or other pro wrestling matches ever ending up on these Triller variety show cards? Yep, I could see it. I could certainly see it happening. Robert Whittaker with a takedown. Ooh, he had the head and arm really quickly. I thought he was gonna pass. I thought he was gonna pass over and go for the arm triangle, but Gastelum locked him down in that half guard, and he actually went to lockdown. It looked like briefly, and got his position a little bit better. I love the DraftKings clock in the corner of the UFC cage. That's got to be better for the fighters. It's one of those things where you go, why didn't they think of this sooner? Why didn't they think of this so long ago? That way the fighters could see it and they wouldn't have to look up or anything like that. Oh, Ben Askren does not look great physically for a boxing match. I'll say that. Bradley Vance says, watch the Chelsea Green interview on Select. Loved it. I loved doing it. I was very flattered. I was very flattered that she trusted me to get her story out there, and it was a positive story. It's not like a super burial or anything like that. But I had reached out to her a couple times because I've had a couple stories on her in the past, like I think about her injuries and her contract and about some storylines. And I would just reach out to her. Sometimes I get an answer, sometimes I wouldn't. But I could tell that the fact that I reached out and made an effort to get the story accurate, it seemed to make a good impression. And she said that she'd do the interview with me. And then she put on Twitter today, hey, I will not be doing any more podcasts or interviews. And that was very flattering. It meant an awful lot to me that she was willing to do that. And an hour long, it's very cool to have that. If I could have my way, I would just do interviews and not backstage news. But Here we are. Fight's underway. Enough wrestling talk. Jake Paul already attacking the body. Ben Askren's probably a good idea. Askren threw an overhand right. I'm listening to 4 or 5 announcers yell over top of each other right now, which is not what I want. Not what anybody wants, I don't think. Clinch, and Ben Askren opens up. Like he's like, no. Oh boy, they're bringing back the Ultimate Fighter. I just saw that. Yikes, that sucks. Yeah, Jake Paul is throwing much harder than Ben Askren. You know, I assumed, not having watched a lot of Ben Askren's MMA track. Holy crap, he got clubbed. I didn't watch a ton of Ben Askren's MMA training, but it looks like he is barely trained standing up. He is getting his ass beat. He got cracked, and he's ready to fight. But no, that's it. That's it. Man, he was out on his feet. Like he was knocked for a loop. Wow. My God. Snoop Dogg put a $2 million bet on Jake Paul, and he is screaming. Wow. I mean, I don't disagree with that. I bet, whoo boy. That was terrible. I mean, it was a good performance by Jake Paul. Make no mistake. Good performance by Jake Paul. I'm going to hang around, I guess, for a little bit for this Whittaker-Gastelum fight, although this is not an exciting one whatsoever. But Ben Askren got cracked, buddy. Man. Good body lock. Takedown by Robert Whittaker. He got tight around the body, went belly to belly with him, drove Gastelum to the ground, let him right back up. And now we hit the point of a boxing fight where everybody thinks it's a dive or rigged instead of a really inexperienced striker getting the shit knocked out of him. Okay. Ooh, boy. That was a nice setup, too. Good setup with the jab, or it went jab, and then just a beautiful straight right that dropped Ben Askren. Cracked him. The ref cam The ref cam will shut up any of those dive idiots. Pretty quickly, his face planted off the mat. Did Askren. Unreal. Hear me out. Hear me out. Let's not have Jake Paul fight that anymore. Let's do Jake Paul versus Vitor Belfort or something. Like somebody who stands a chance against somebody who has done boxing of any sort. Oh boy. My God. I've already got people saying, do it in MMA and see how quickly Mr. Paul gets submitted. Well, no shit. That was the appeal of this. This was the appeal of this, was that Ben Askren was a very dominant MMA fighter for a long time that we hadn't really seen box. And Jake Paul is a celebrity who boxes. Who's going to win here? I mean, here's the thing. You could offer me a list of MMA fighters that like to face even Jake Paul. Like Ben Askren would not be among the first 1,000 that I would pick. And that's not me being hyperbolic. I would not have. Ben Askren would be real low on the list. There would be a whole lot of amateur fighters that would get picked over Ben Askren, and that's just Ben Askren's skills aren't there. I thought maybe he's smiling. He made that money. He showed up so out of shape. Jeez, man. Jeez, what did we just watch? Oh, man. Well, I don't think you guys are exactly hanging around here for Whitaker and Gastelum based on the way that fight's going. But they are fighting. They have just started the third round. Snoop Dogg pumping up Jake Paul. As Josh says, Askren had some of the worst stand-up in MMA, came in 20 pounds overweight, got knocked out for a huge payday. There's a reason why nobody cares about boxing anymore. I mean, people care about boxing. It's just these type of fights have been an appeal. Somebody says, I hope this was a business write-off for you. It was compliments of Triller. Triller Fight Club gave me the show for free. So there you go. We got Gastelum swinging, chucking, and ducking over on the screen to my left. I don't really want to listen to Jake Paul talk. I definitely don't want to do that. Somebody asked when the Chelsea interview's coming out. It's up on FightfulSelect.com right now. Jake Paul says, I don't know how many times I got to prove myself. I don't know. It's boxing. More than 3 times? I do think it's hilarious. I don't know how many times I got to prove myself. You had 3 fights. You had 3 fights. You're making millions of dollars. What are you talking about, bro? What the fuck are you talking about? Snoop Dogg wants Dana White to give him his money. How many times I got to prove myself? 3 fights and he's making millions. He's making so much more. And the replies to that tweet where I say maybe more than 3 times, everybody's like against an actual boxer. Oh my God. Unreal. Unreal. When's the next Triller Fight Club? When's the next one? I'll be here as long as it's somebody interesting. They're playing some ludicrous. Diplo is, I think, now. Wonder if he fucked Pete Davidson's mom at any point tonight. Oh, man. AD Barnyard says, the best thing about this win is it brings Jake Paul one step, or this win is it brings Jake Paul one step closer to making some club boxers rich. Yeah. Yep. There's going to be a lot of people that make a lot of money off Triller if it exists long term. That's for sure. Crimson 94 says could see Vince trying to get Jake or Logan in WWE on a regular basis. He just had Logan, but yeah, I could see them doing a spot at SummerSlam or something. Jake Paul versus that Charlie girl. I don't know who that is. Guys, if you're new here, we do post Raw, post SmackDown, post NXT, post AEW, every kind of show. We also have twitch.tv/Fightful Gaming. Go over there and support what our guys are doing. Ooh, Kelvin Gastelum got that kick checked. Looked like his shin ricocheted right off the knee of Whitaker. He's not selling it right now, but you can tell it's weaker because he got that left leg just caught right now. Whitaker did the smart thing instead of pushing through for a takedown. He threw the straight right, briefly knocked Gastelum down, and then just let him go right back up to the feet. Oh, that peppered. Beautiful combination by Robert Whitaker. A nice counter combination, too. It seems like Gastelum isn't really following up very much when he throws the strikes, and he's leaving himself open to counters. And it's really like it's sending him all over the cage, on his ass, on his back, just off balance. He's getting pummeled right now. So yeah, we are watching the Gastelum Whitaker fight now. Why not? Right? I've still got this Triller stuff over here. There's Logan Paul in the ring. Chuck Liddell's in the ring. You think they're going to try to have him fight again? They probably should if they want to sell some papes. Just don't pay him a stupid amount of money. Wild Boy says Logan and Jake versus Miz and Morrison at SummerSlam. Hear me out. I think it'll be Owens and Zayn. I think that could be interesting. Ooh, kick to that was to the leg, not to the nuts. But I think Kevin Owens should start to see that Sami Zayn is right about some of his claims. And maybe they do some sort of gimmick match there. I think that would be a lot of fun. Frank Aguilera says, random question, why are pay-per-view held on Sundays? I don't know. I can tell you why some of the AEW and Impact ones of late have been. It's because of the big MMA pay-per-views that have happened, big UFC pay-per-views. They moved them to Sunday. And I don't know why WWE insists on doing theirs on Sundays. I really don't. Oh, gosh, Whitaker just really letting Gastelum have it with the right-left combo, the hooks. Working really, really well. But as far as wrestling pay-per-views on Sundays, man, I don't get it. I will never get it. I love doing them on Saturdays instead. It's just, and anymore, it's not much of a problem. Like people having to go to work the next day because they start the pay-per-views earlier and they end by like 10-ish. But yeah. Flaming says, "Did you see my my super chat about Jake Paul versus Conor Mac?" I don't think it'll really happen. I really don't think it'll happen. Jake Paul would get his ass whipped so bad by Conor McGregor. I mean, so bad by Conor McGregor. I think when fans do come back, they should start doing WWE shows on a Saturday too. Ricardo says, which is better, WWE pay-per-views or UFC fight nights? A UFC pay-per-view fight night is better for me now because I don't have to cover them. But I'll tell you what, nothing will make you a casual fan of MMA quicker than covering MMA. For example, we talk about what a godsend the 2-night WrestleMania is because you get 3-4 hours and instead of 7. That's every Saturday for UFC. You get a 7-hour card you got to cover from the prelims with people that don't matter anymore or never did or never will, or you don't really need to be covering at this point until the end of the night. And then if you're doing the media for it, you're covering it probably for another 2 hours after. You're doing a post show, you're doing the media call, or you're doing the scrums and all that stuff and the presser notes and all that shit. Rob Reed says, Michael Buffer had another Brett the Hitman Clark moment. Ben asked you either that or he's watching a Kevin Smith movie. I think that Michael Buffer is incredibly overrated. Just super overrated. He messes up like that pretty regularly. You got the card in front of you, my dude. It's there. Got to throw some more eye drops in. Oh, boy. This Triller show was something, right? And bless Gastelum as I take my melatonin because I'm going to go to bed after this. He's slugging it out, and Whitaker doesn't look that great in the face. He's busted up a little bit, but Whitaker is just doing his thing. Can't believe so many of you are still here for this. I didn't think any of you gave a shit about the about the Kelvin Gastelum fight with Robert Whitaker, but I do. God damn it! What do you all think of the new Venom fight kits? Personally, I got to say, I think they look cleaner. They don't look that much different. But I actually like Venom. I use Venom. My training gear from my fight shorts, Valet Tudo shorts, rash guards, gym bag, my boxing gloves, they're all Venom. They make really, really good stuff. Not an ad. Wish it was. Wish they'd give me free shit. But that they just make a good quality product. And Reebok just didn't for a long time. Slugging it out. Taking that melatonin, so I know I'm getting some sleep tonight. My God, pal. What happened with the Paul fight? He won. That's really it. He won. I also want to know how you guys had this scored. Stone, one of our mods, says, I like the Reebok, more stylized. It was too sanitized for my taste. Yeah, it just wasn't good. The Reebok stuff. And not only that, there are so many female MMA fighters that I had that would complain to me about the Reebok stuff. And they would constantly say that they never had wardrobe malfunctions before Reebok. But then when Reebok happened, it was very, very tough. And that was one of the things Reebok touted was, oh, yeah, this won't be an issue with us. It wasn't an issue before when people got to pick their own shit and they knew what fit and they knew what they liked. And they felt comfortable. However, afterwards, not so much. In between rounds, I think Whitaker's about to put this one to bed. You know what I mean? About to finally Tie this one up in the 5th round, I would imagine, at least. I think it'll go to the scorecards, mind you. I don't think he's going to finish it at this point. Number 1, Robert Whitaker. Number 8, Kelvin Gastelum. And Gastelum slugging. I respect it. I respect it, my friend. Going out there knowing that he's losing this fight. The live odds have Whitaker at minus 1,800. Ricardo Holt says, 30 seconds to tell me about the Paul Askren fight. Let's see, 30 seconds? I'll see if I can fill that out. Ben Askren is a really, really bad striker that apparently never got hit very much in MMA, based on his own words. He showed up 20 pounds overweight from his MMA fighting weight, which is the weight he agreed to, and he got punched in the face really hard by somebody who actually trains boxing actively and showed up in shape. I gave you maybe 18, 20 seconds of it. That's it. Ugh. I don't like it when boxing and MMA tweets that I put out gain traction. Let me tell you, MMA boxing Twitter, MMA Twitter, but specifically casual boxing night Twitter is not the smoothest to be a part of. When is the Chelsea Green interview? It's up on Fightful Select right now. Sorry, I got the hiccups. It'll be up on the main site soon. Hold your horses. People talking about De La Hoya Liddell fight. Oh God, could you imagine how bad that would be? That would be miserable. Miserable. Oh. Avery says, do you think Askren's conditioning was the main factor? He ate some bombs from Lawler and Jake. Just crashly dropped him in seconds. Well, the conditioning definitely didn't help. I wonder how much Ben Askren has trained of late, because Ben Askren has not fought since Damian Maia a year and a half ago. We got Robert Whitaker on the ground before, and he lost that fight. He lost to Masvidal in 5 seconds. And then Robbie Lawler took something from him. Before that, the man did not get hit a lot. Maybe Luis Santos briefly, if I remember, maybe. But I know that he had some health issues as well. Tim Traver in the chat. Big thank you, Tim Traver. We love seeing you in here, buddy. Hope you're feeling better. Hope your rehab's going well. We got Gastelum basically probably trying to ride it out here, and Whitaker is too. Whitaker, dropped that leg into the thigh of Gastelum, dragged him to the ground, has his back. He'll take this for the next 30 seconds, and a winner is he. Guys, please leave a thumbs up on this video. I can't tell you how important that is. Ricardo Holt says, how much is Fightful Select? The main tier, $5. If you want the early access stuff, not including this interview today, it's $10. When we move onto the site way down the line, it'll be one price tier, but $5 will get you what you want. Robert Whitaker emerging victorious here. There ain't no way he's losing this. So I tell you what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to hit the bricks. Thank you all to all of you that tuned in. Thank you to all of you that sent super chats. I encourage you guys to do that more on the watch alongs and stuff like that. That really helps the MMA side of things. Your support makes this all possible. Thank you all so much. Until next time, we're out.